Are we living in 2027? No, we are not. But the 18-year-olds have taken over. Raducanu, Fernandez, who else? Oh, let's think. Alcaraz, all these guys. It's just crazy. Sinner, Brooksby's young. It's just crazy. Is this going to be the tournament where we finally see the big breakthrough of these guys? I'll tell you what, it would not be surprising, would it? Right, let's go through yesterday's results. So, Gochuik, Alcaraz. I mean, I thought this was going to be pretty, well, more straightforward than I thought. Let's be honest. I just thought it would be more straightforward than I thought. 5 sets for Alcaraz in the end, though. 5-7, 6-1, 5-7, 6-2, 6-love. So absolutely crazy that Alcaraz just keeps on doing the hard way, it seems. Obviously against Tsitsipas, it's understandable. But this time, I don't know. I think Gochuik is definitely, he was inspired. Wild card as well coming through. So, sorry, a qualifier even, coming through, which is unbelievable, by the way, beating Umber in the first round as well. But yeah, a little bit of a surprise that it was as tight as it was, let's say. So these are round of 16. There's also a couple of third round matches that we'll talk about as well. But these are the round of 16 ones first. Dan Evans versus Medvedev. 6-3, 6-4, 6-3 for Daniil Medvedev. Yeah, I mean, not a surprise there, let's be honest. He's very, very strong, Medvedev, at the moment, and hard courts is his preferred surface. He's such a good player, and he's very hungry to win his maiden Grand Slam. So we shall see how that goes. But an unbelievable story as well. Van der Zandschulp, the qualifier, coming through and making the quarterfinals, beating Diego Schwartz from the 11th seed. He was 2 sets to love up. He conceded those 2 sets. The next 2 sets after, but then came back in the 5th set strong, winning at 6-1. So really, really impressive mental fortitude from the Dutch player. Incredible name, by the way, Van der Zandschulp. It doesn't even fit, as you can see on the scoreline, but I genuinely love it. And I think it's incredible. I think it's obviously the first person to do it since Karatsev of the Australian Open this year, but he is almost the Karatsev of the US Open. So is this going to be a breakthrough for this player? I mean, I hope so. Why not? It's fantastic to see these guys really taking the opportunity with both hands and running with it and saying, look, I'm here. I'm not just here to get beaten. I'm here to win. And that's really, really refreshing, to be honest with you, because some people get overawed by the occasion. He hasn't, clearly, which is fantastic. Zverev versus Sok. This was an interesting one. So these are the third round ones now. Zverev losing the first set, which is a little bit of a surprise to me. I thought he'd do it in straights, if I'm being honest with you. But then 6-2, 6-3, and then a walkover to Sok getting injured. So unfortunate there. Pelker against Basilica. I mean, no surprise there. I thought he'd win in straights as well. And this was a big surprise. I did not see this coming. I thought it might be a close match because Lloyd Harris is in phenomenal form. But to beat Denis Shapovalov in straights, yes, no 3 tight sets, only 1 break of serve in each, but it doesn't matter. Did it in straight sets, beat Shapovalov, the number 7 seed, who made the quarterfinals, made the semifinals even of Wimbledon. This is a huge win. And I tell you what, I'm really looking forward to seeing Lloyd Harris in his next matches. So yeah, really impressive. Right, let's get into the matches then for today. By the way, guys, as well, of course, we will be doing a quarterfinal preview once the quarterfinals are confirmed as well. That will be a separate video, of course, because we don't know 100% who's going to be in the quarterfinals as of yet. We have a few of them, but not everyone yet has played their round of 16 matches. So that will be interesting. I'm really excited to do that video as well. Right, okay, then on to the other match that concluded, FA versus Francis Tfo. Now, I was saying that this is pretty much a flip of a coin for me, and no surprises that it wasn't done in straight sets. It was done in 4, but impressive, I think, from FA. I mean, he won the tiebreak in that 3rd set as well, which is obviously so crucial, because at that point, it was 1 set all, managed to take it 8-6, so held his nerve. winning even 4-6, 6-2, 7-6, 6-4. So the young Canadian, it's just crazy, right? We've got all these youngsters coming through. It's incredible. I genuinely love it. And he's the youngest player since Juan Martín del Potro in 2009 to make consecutive quarterfinals at a Grand Slam. So I'll tell you what. Does that mean Auger-Alliasime is going to be champion? I don't know. No, I mean, I think, look, it's a big ask, to be honest with you, but it's an impressive stat, right? So really happy for him. I think, someone might say, well, he's a bit streaky getting to Wimbledon and, maybe even getting to the US Open quarterfinal. Look, he's got there. He's done it. He's clearly very talented. And he's if you make a quarterfinal, you deserve to be there. It's not your fault if the opponent doesn't play as well as they should have. Zverev, for example, in that round of 16 match against FA, got the yips, but that's not his fault. Played the match, won it. Good on him. And he's a very, very exciting player to watch. He really is. So we'll go over, though, of course, his next match as well as he makes the quarterfinals. The round of 16 matches then, Zverev and Sinner. This is such a good matchup, by the way. Zverev and Sinner, I mean, it's just... I can't see Sinner winning this, if I'm being honest with you, but he may give Zverev some issues, which then makes me think maybe done in 4. And a Pelker and Lloyd Harris, I don't know who's going to win this. I would not be surprised if Lloyd Harris wins this, genuinely. It just depends on how he returns to Pelker's serve. I think that's just the key battle there for me, because the Pelker's serve is so dominant, and if Harris can make a lot of balls to frustrate a Pelker, he could win it. He could. I think maybe the crowd might be a deciding factor there. So we shall see. And then we've got the battle of the huge servers as well in Otter Berrettini. Now, this could be a snooze fest, and not because either player is boring, but just because, of course, there's such huge servers. Otter, has the record of 151 miles per hour, which I keep on going on about because I cannot believe that he served that quick, to be honest with you, in this tournament. And, no one else has really got close to that, if I'm not mistaken. Berrettini, I mean, look, he's the same. A huge server, obviously a huge forehand. I would not be surprised if we see a few tiebreakers in there, and it'll be interesting to see how that one goes, to be honest with you. It could be a barn burner. It really could. It could be, a barnstormer of a match, and who knows? But I just have a feeling there are going to be some quick games in there, aces flying down, unreturnables, and it'll be an interesting one. And you know what? It'll be a serving masterclass probably, and one for the serving connoisseurs, I think, of tennis for sure. Then the last round of 16 match, Djokovic versus Brooksby. That's a really interesting matchup. I think obviously Brooksby is the overwhelming underdog there, but Djokovic, the crowd is going to be booing him. I'm telling you now. And it's not right. I don't think it's definitely not right. I mean, he's won here multiple times. And for some reason, the US crowd just don't seem to warm to him. They don't seem to like him. I can't quite tell you why. I don't know if it's because, Federer won there multiple times consecutively and they love him. And then obviously Rafa loves Roger and Roger loves Rafa, so they love Rafa as well. And he's won there 4 times. And Djokovic is like, oh, he's the outsider. But look, I mean, I don't know. And I just think the dynamic is very weird. It's very strange for someone who's won there multiple times to get booed like he does. I don't think it's right, personally. Whether you like him or loathe Novak Djokovic, there should still be a level of respect of what he's done at the tournament and done for the tournament. So I think booing him is a bit ridiculous. If you want to cheer for Brooksby, that's fine. And stay quiet when Djokovic is playing. That's understandable. Like, you're cheering for your countryman and etc. But booing, I think, is a bit, it's not really for me. I don't, unless it's something like the player does a specific act, which is not great, then and you boo them, then fine. But otherwise, not a fan of it, to be fair. But I think Djokovic will get through that. I think he might drop a set, so maybe 4 sets. I can't see him having too many issues, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it in straight sets as well, because Brooksby is just tailor-made for Djokovic. You know, he's an Andy Murray type player, and Djokovic is the best grinder potentially ever. So yeah, can't see Brooksby getting through that, but you never know. It depends. Djokovic could have an absolute mare, but yeah, unlikely. Quarterfinals then. Of course, these are the 2 confirmed ones so far, but as I said, we will do a proper we'll do a proper roundup later and a proper preview. Van der Zandschulp against Medvedev and Auger-Alliasime against Alcaraz. So those 2 very, very interesting matchups. I think Medvedev, of course, will be the favorite in that one, and the FA Alcaraz. I think to be honest with you, FA will probably go into that slight favorite, but I don't think he'll go into a huge favorite given Alcaraz's form. So those will be. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be so exciting, genuinely. I think it'll be incredible. Right, okay, the women's. Sorry, I'm dragging on a little bit. I'm just so excited, to be honest with you. So excited. Right, let's go on to it. So Mertens, Sabalenka. Sabalenka obviously beating her very good friend 6-4, 6-1. So that would have been an interesting match to witness, because, you know, it's just weird when you play your friends, I guess. Kerber Fernandez. So Fernandez winning in 3 sets. 4-6, 7-6, 6-2. So the 18-year-old unseeded beating a former Grand Slam champion 2 in a row. She beat Osaka and Kerber. Unbelievable run. She makes the quarterfinals. Svitolina versus Halep. I mean, this is such a good win for Svitolina. I was watching the match and I thought her beating Halep was so good. I just thought she played a very good level of tennis, and she's got this confidence, which is incredible. There's actually a stat that she hasn't lost a Grand Slam match after being 1 set up. After winning the opening set, she's never lost the match from being a set up since, in a Grand Slam that is, since I think it was 2017. And the person to do it was actually Halep. So whenever she gets in front, basically, in a Grand Slam match, to go 1-love up in sets, that's it, basically. She just never loses, and she hasn't for about 4 years. So that is absolutely incredible. She's clearly one of the great front runners ever, to be honest with you. I think it's 42 matches unbeaten when she's been in front. So I guess the if you're her opponent, you're just thinking, I need to put everything into this first set, because if I beat her in the first set, I've got a chance, right, to then go on to win, because clearly she struggles a little bit going 1 set to love down then, but going 1 set up, she is almost unbeatable at the moment, which is a very interesting stat, and maybe shows a little bit about her mentality and rhythm, and that when she goes one set to love up, momentum is clearly with her, and then she just rides with it. So yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Pavlyuchenkova, Gracheva. Pavlyuchenkova winning in straight sets, 6-1, 6-4. No surprise there for me. But this was a huge surprise. Ash Barty losing to the American Rogers 6-2, 1-6, 7-6. Barty, I think, if I'm not mistaken, was, I want to say she was 5-4 up in the final set, serving for it. She got broken. And then in the tiebreaker, I'm pretty sure she was 5-2 up or 4-2 up. So I don't know. I mean, mental block maybe, but you wouldn't expect that to be the case. She's a Wimbledon champion. I do feel like there was probably quite a bit of pressure on her to win it this time, because Osaka got out the day before. And to be honest with you, even coming into this tournament, I think Barty was the overwhelming favorite. Whereas, you know, with Wimbledon, it's just surface where people are thinking, well, it's fast and no one really has played there much. And, you know, it's one of those surfaces that it's like anyone can win. But I feel like on this surface, Barty as well did well, of course, in Cincinnati, winning it. I think she came into a big favorite. I don't know whether that played in her mind at all. I couldn't tell you, not inside her mind, but I wouldn't be surprised, and it's understandable. Right, okay, so the round of 16 matches. So as you can see, the last one that's been played so far, Krejcikova versus Mugaritha. So that's very interesting. That was a fantastic win for Krejcikova. Did I call that? I think I may have. 6-3, 7-6. Number 8 seeding is number 9 seed. Mugaritha's been in some fantastic matches, by the way, this year. So well, this tournament, and a shame to see her go out. She's very exciting, but as is Krejcikova, and the French Open champion goes through to quarterfinals. Bencic Swiatek. Oh, it's a tough one. The Olympic gold medalist against the former French Open champion and youngster still. I'm going to go Swiatek, but I'm like 60-40 on it. I think it's difficult. Bencic is good on the hard court. She's very good on the hard courts. And Swiatek is, I think she's better on clay and grass than hard courts potentially. So let's see. It'll be intriguing. Very tight match for me. Rogers, Raducanu. I'm going to go Raducanu, but I don't know. It's difficult, right? Because we're seeing this incredible level. I mean, she went up to Sriwas Tormo level and destroyed her 6-1, 6 love. I mean, if she plays that game, I think she's beating Rogers. I think she's actually beating most people on tour. Maybe outside of the top 5 players, where obviously she may lose. I don't know though, to be honest with you, because that level was so high. And I'm thinking it depends on what level she brings to the table, how this match goes. I think it's more dependent on Raducanu than Rogers, personally. But let's see. I would love it if she wins and goes through the quarterfinal, being a Brit, obviously. But I don't know. Let's see. Pliskova versus Pavlyuchenkova, even, sorry. Pliskova, I'm going to go Pliskova, but I'm, again, not 100% set on it. Let's see. And then the last round of 16, this is an absolute banger. What a matchup. Sakari versus Andresku. I think I said this in my previous one, whenever it's I said Sakari is just so busy. If Andresku plays a good level of tennis, like near her top level, I think she beats Sakari, but it depends which one turns up. So let's see. And then we've got 2 quarterfinalists, quarterfinals even, confirmed. Krejcikova versus Sabalenka, which again, like I'll talk about that properly in depth in the preview video. Sabalenka, I think, obviously the favorite there by a little bit. And Svitolina Fernandez, again, Svitolina will be the slight favorite, but Fernandez has credits in the bank, right? Being 2 former Grand Slam champions back to back. So yeah, again, very, very intriguing. Right, okay. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. And please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We should be doing a live stream watch along for the Djokovic-Brooksby match. So yeah, do keep an eye out for that. And of course, we will be doing the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the final. Hopefully, as many of them as we can. Obviously, at the moment, it's me, and I'm trying my best to do it, but Venu will be helping out. I think he will be doing the men's semi-final, first semi-final, and potentially the men's final, or we will do that men's final together, potentially as well. Cool. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you. Stay safe and well. And yeah, follow us on all social media. Share the videos. All that good stuff. Thank you very much.